a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner.
Hello! Welcome to Malovelet. So this was a game requested of me. This is a demo apparently, so let's see how it is. So I'm curious about this, and it is the spooky season, so this is a pre-alpha version. There may be bugs, crashes, and other issues. Content is subject to change. Please report anything to that person. The default name for the protagonist is Harry Hart. You can change them now. We have to go by the rules. Anon. What's your surname? Anon. Anon. Oh, I'm sorry. It's usually Chan, isn't it? Waterfall Institute, one of the best universities when it comes to computer sciences and engineering. The coursework is rigorous and meant to weed out anyone not committed or not suited for their degree. I'm going to lower it just a bit. It's probably loud. What warning? I missed it. Unfortunately for me, that level academic challenge is kicking my ass at the moment. We are doing this live, by the way, in front of supporters. The only reason I'm still barely passing is thanks to the classmate of mine, she won. To be honest, she's struggling as well, but at least she understands the lectures and homework better than I do. We've been getting together at the campus library every week to brute force our way through all of our assignments. The problem is that Shiwon is visiting her family in South Korea this week. Her younger brother, Ji-hee, is getting married. Ji-hee? While I wish them the best, this means my prospects of completing this week's homework is grim. It's difficult to coordinate on homework across the ocean and in drastically different time zones. Especially when Shiwon is likely drowning in all the prep work for the wedding. Someone's texting me? That made me look at my phone. Speak of the devil, it's Shiwon. Hey, Anon? What is going on with my phone's battery? Is it possessed? I came across a new app during my vacation and immediately thought of you. It's called Malo. Should be free on the App Store. Let me know what you think. I'll be back in town and able to chat in a few days. It's not unusual for Shiwon to send me memes and fun apps she finds. What is unusual is how my phone's battery level jumped all over the place. Okay. Nope. Alright, so we noticed that. It's back to normal now. Must have been just a bug of some kind. Regardless, I might as well check out this Malo app. So I don't know anything about this SCP, by the way. This app icon is a little ominous, with a stylized O against pure black. The description of the app is interesting. For Anon, never settle for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. Malo is an exciting and interactive experience that will keep you engaged and intrigued. The anxiety of social situations can be nerve-wracking, but after just a few hours of Malo, you'll soon forget all about those painful emotions of disappointment. Be part of a new craze that is quickly becoming the next social substitute. Remember, the more you participate, the more Malo will engage you. Your experience is completely up to you. It's weird that the description has my name in it. And that call out about anxiety hit close to home. Thanks, Shiwon. You really know how to bury that dagger. Still, as she recommended it, what harm is there in trying the app out? It's not like the App Store allows malware. You idiot. Plus, there's supposedly no ads on top of being free. Worst case, it'll just be some ChatGPT knockoff that I can delete later. I hit the install button and set my phone aside as the app downloads and drag myself out of bed so I can at least get something done today. Alright, hold on. Somebody's explaining the SCP to me. You install the app and you... By the way, if you want to join these, you can become a member here or on my other channel, Sinfully Pure. Or you can become a member on Patreon and Subscribestar and you get a invite to the Discord. Skull, okay. Picture with the skull-headed wolf creature. The picture will start depicting places. Okay. I'm not going to read it all because that'll spoil things. By the time I return from the bathroom, my phone's done installing Malo. Or so it seems. When I look through my list of app icons and shortcuts, there's nothing new. Maybe the install broke in some way? I navigate back to the App Store and try to look up the Malo app once more. Strangely, there's no longer any results in my search. Maybe I just so happened to download Malo as it got pulled from the App Store for some reason. Oh well, I'm out of bed now. I might as well attempt to get some homework done. Though without Shiwan around, that's going to be a challenge. My throat hurts. Give me a second. I definitely went past my limit today. After 3 hours of beating my head against the wall, I give up and turn to gaming. I only got an hour in before my phone chimes. Is that Shiwan again? Instead of a text, my phone's showing me a photo of the main food court at Waterfall Institute. Who sent this, and why is my battery level fluctuating again? Begone, phone demon! I'm about to hard reboot my phone when I notice something odd about the photo. There, between the pillars, is something out of place. Someone is wearing some kind of animalistic skull mask. The elongated snout makes me think of a canine, like a fox or a dog or a wolf. A quick search on my computer makes me think it's meant to be ladder. I can't make out the figure's body from this angle and with the lighting conditions. It is vaguely humanoid, but beyond that and the mask, I can't pick out any distinguishing features. None of the other people in this photo are giving this weirdo any attention like you might expect. By the way, if you guys find any other games like this that you want me to potentially record and joke around with and stuff, feel free. The one wearing the mask is staring right at the camera too. Creepy. Either this is some kind of practical joke or I got this picture by accident. There's no way of seeing who sent the photo, as this isn't the usual messaging app. After trying a few things, my only options are to zoom the photo and quit out. I'd be curious if people find other, like, little short visual novel horror games, mature or not, like this. Naturally, I do the latter. I also note that my battery display goes back to normal as a result. Try Googling the battery issue, but can't find anything concrete as to why it's bouncing all over the place. It's possessed by the devil. I also note that the picture has been automatically saved into my phone's gallery. Oh well, none of my afternoon classes meet today, so I can focus on relaxing and gaming. I want to get another look at that. Yeah, okay, you can kind of see it there. After a quick bite to eat, I return to vanquishing orcs and collecting loot. The hours fly by. I'm only pulled out of my gaming when my phone chimes again. I thought I was hearing things earlier, but there's something off about my notification sound. I pick my phone up expecting to see a text from my family, something from Shiwan or an email. Instead of any of that, I'm greeted by another mysterious photo. Where is she this time? I don't see her, do you guys? This time, it's one of the quads on campus, specifically between the 4 major lecture halls. At the tree? Oh, I see it now, yeah. You know what this is becoming? This is becoming one of those, like, fine Waldo type things for you guys. Waldo, sorry. And sure enough, the person in the wolf skull mask is there too. They're closer to the camera than the first picture, but they're still far enough away to be out of focus. Again, no one else in the photo seems to notice or care about them. I like this so far. As the saying goes, once is a happenstance, twice is a coincidence, 3 times is enemy action. If I get another photo like this, I'll know that it's something far more serious than someone sending the wrong number. For now, I quit out, shake my head and clear my thoughts, then get up from my desk to fix dinner. After scarfing down my meal, it's right back to my computer. I mess around until about 11 p.m., at which point I turn everything off and get ready for bed. When the monster gets you, it'll play ads. That would be funny. My phone makes the noise the instant my head hits the pillow. Could it be? Okay, let's see if we can find her this time. Oh, right there! I see her right off the bat. Damn it, another photo. I recognize the location as the 3rd floor of the university's main library. I do like how this is being done so far. That's where Shiwan and I usually study together, in one of the meeting rooms. This is just Shiwan screwing with you. This picture doesn't show the said rooms, but it does have the wolf skull individual again. They're peeking out from behind one of the stacks of books, as if they were playing hide and seek. At this point, I have to face reality. This is no longer a case of getting messages meant for someone else. Someone is deliberately sending me those photos, but why? If it's an elaborate prank, then it has to be stopped. Then it stopped being the fun kind. Are they trying to unnerve or threaten me into doing something? Could whomever they are be a stalker? Wouldn't be the first time something like this happened at Waterfall. The university has an interesting history, to say the least, but none of that helps me now. Now I have to decide what to do, rather assess what I can do about this. There's no phone number to block or report, which is what I'd normally do in this kind of situation. My only lead is that Malo app could be related in some way. I checked the list of apps on my phone. Nothing, no sign of Malo. Maybe I should back up my data, then fully reset my phone? Should I factory reset my phone? Alright, chat! You get to choose. Should we factory reset it or don't? What does the chat say? Once again, thank you all for being supporters in your own little way. Many people are typing. I don't think it does anything. I don't know the story. I don't know. Maybe we'll do SCPs for Halloween this year. We'll read some more SCPs that you guys choose. Which reminds me, a phone needs to be fixed. I want to actually get a new phone. Reset? Okay. There's a chance that resetting my phone won't do anything, but I have to try. An hour later, I have a just like new phone. However, the mysterious images are still in my gallery. How did those photos survive the factory reset? Sighing, I set my phone aside, pull up the covers, and try to get some sleep. It takes a bit for me to nod off, but once I do, I get a blissful 7 hours rest. I'm awoken in the morning by my phone's alarm. When I go to silence it, I'm greeted by an unwelcome image. Just chilling there, look at her. She's having fun. Yep, there's a student lounge where I sometimes nap between classes. And guess who's in one of the mini cubicles looking right at the camera again with glowing red eyes? Guess resetting did absolutely nothing. Damn it! I swipe away the disturbing photo and stare at my home screen. Why is this happening to me? What am I supposed to do? That's when I notice a notification from my news app. It auto-flags tech articles from the local news outlets so I can keep up with current events. I thumb over the news app and open it up. I'm greeted with an article about some people's bank accounts being compromised. What stands out immediately is that all 20 of the affected people downloaded a new app the previous day. And like the Malo app, this one disappeared from the store and showed no signs of being installed. Joke's on you! I'm a college student! I'm already broke! The article goes on to list out the damages in the thousands of dollars. Did my account get hit too? I rush over to my computer to check my bank. I don't trust my phone at this point. After frantically typing my username and password, I breathe a sigh of relief. All my money is where it should be. There's not much of it left over from my internship, but it's still there. Just to be on the safe side, I make sure the two-factor authentication is set to use methods other than ones involving my phone. Oh, yay! All $10 is still in my account. I can have a dinner. Also change my reset questions so they aren't guessable. There's not much else I can do on that front, but at least I know to watch my account for any suspicious activity. Speaking of suspicious activity, something's not adding up. Why would She-Wan recommend such a malicious app? I should ask her about it. Hey, why did you recommend me that Malo app yesterday? Huh? Yesterday? I didn't text you yesterday. I was busy prepping for the wedding. You sure no one got a hold of your phone? No one but me has touched my phone. Then how did I get these? Dunno, that's really weird. Those aren't in my message logs. All I can tell you is that I didn't send those. What's this Malo app thing? Did you download it? Unfortunately, yes. Long story. When will you be back? Not until the 9th. Why? Are you in trouble? Maybe, maybe not. Could all be an elaborate prank by some hacker. Don't worry about it. Enjoy the wedding. I hope I didn't freak She-Wan out. I probably should have thought things through instead of replying off the cuff. Oh well, I can't do anything about it now. Same goes for the wolf skull issue. I have an 8 a.m. class coming up. I have to be there, even if I don't understand half the lecture material. Sure enough, I'm lost in copying notes blindly within 20 minutes. I'll just have to hope that I'm able to decipher things with She-Wan's help when she gets back. The main issue is the sheer amount of material being presented in the 2-hour lecture. Add on to that, a GTA presenting and not the usual professor, and the whole situation is losing battles. Speaking of losing battles, my phone dings. I feel like I already know what's going to happen. When I glance at the screen, I see the food court once again. She just wants her pizza. And sure enough, the wolf skull is present, but something's changed. I want pizza. I might get pizza tomorrow. Instead of a vaguely humanoid shape they've been up to this point in all the photos, they have a mostly defined body. They're still partially made of shadows, but the curves of the body indicate that they're a woman. She doesn't have the red eyes of the last photo, which is slightly better for my psyche. How do I feel? It's slightly better. I can see the red eyes. What are you talking about? It's the kind of an ego boost that a girl is interested enough in me to go this far. Still, acting like a stalker and taking this possible prank too far is a bit much. Nothing I can do about it at the moment. And even worse, I've lost the thread of the lecture in the minute or so I was spent staring at my phone. I try to resume taking notes, but I can't focus. Between the course material flying over my head and the most recent picture, I just can't concentrate. I end up surfing the net trying to find if anyone else out there has experienced something similar with the Malo app or a stalker like this. I waste time in that fashion until the lecture comes to an end. And that will be all. Professor Balwald is still on leave of absence due to familial emergencies, so the exam schedule for next week will be postponed. In its place, we've already given you an extra assignment to cover that gap in the syllabus. Great. That means She-Wan and I are going to be scrambling even more when she gets back from her trip. For now, I pack up my things and head to the next lecture. To get there, I have to pass through the same quad that was in the second photo sent to me. As I pass through it, I'm constantly looking around, trying to spot someone watching or following me. Nothing and no one stands out despite me keeping my head on a swivel. My nerves are fraying bit by bit. I can only hope my next class can distract me. This lecture goes much better, as it's an out-of-major elective I took on a whim. Sure, the professor has an accent thicker than tar, but I can actually follow his rants about modern media in relation to the classics. It's a nice palate cleanser after the deluge of nonsense I endured earlier in the morning. By the time things wrap up, I'm in a far better mood. There's a gap in my schedule where I can grab lunch and relax for an hour before I have another in-major hell to suffer through. I swing by the main food court, though not merely for food. I want to see if I can figure out where the wolf skull photo was taken from. Failing that, I could try asking some of the employees in the background if they saw anything. A few minutes of searching, and I think I know the general area where the camera must have been to snap the photo. That leads me to asking around if anyone remembers seeing a wolf skull girl. It being lunchtime doesn't help the food court workers' moods when I try asking about it and showing them the photo. More than once I am told to fuck off and quit holding up the line. Even when a rare employee does give me the time of day, they don't remember seeing anyone that matches that description. I give up asking around, and entire food court thinks I'm insane. I wonder if Wolf Skull Girl, or whomever is behind her, is photoshopping themselves into otherwise normal photos. I want to know for sure, and until I can get more photos as points of comparison. For now, I grab some food and go outside to eat. Right as I toss my trash into the can, a terrible sound comes from my pocket. Also, I'm pretty sure that's the AIM sound. Well, shit, I recognize that lecture hall anywhere, especially after spending my morning there. The place is completely empty, meaning my tormentor is the only one in the scene. Does this mean they're tracking me somehow? Or is it coincidence that they picked somewhere I've been recently? Yeah, no, she looks kind of cute. I like the two-color hair. Not like I can ask them even if I wanted to. As long as they don't have fur, I don't give a shit. I can't just smash or ditch my phone, as much as that might solve my problem. Notice me, senpai. Some of the internships I applied to recently have a more old-fashioned process. That means I need to be able to answer my phone instead of going through email or virtual meetings. I also don't have enough money left to buy a new phone, even if I wanted to. Today sucks. Really, really sucks. And it's only going to get worse when my next class starts. By the time that lecture finishes, my brain is completely fried. At this point, I've run out of fucks to give about pretty much everything. I'd go fuck shopping, but there's no more fucks left to buy. The only cure is making something nice for dinner at home and vegging out for the rest of the evening. By the time my phone goes off again, I barely recovered enough energy to care to look at the screen. Huh. Wolf Girl's in Central Park. I occasionally take walks there, but haven't been since last week. Good for her. Now, if only she would leave me the hell alone. Yeah, I'd be at that level too at this point. The remainder of my evening is a complete wash. I ended up climbing into bed, feeling utterly defeated by the world. I debate whether to leave my phone on or not. I can't get pictures if my phone's off. Should I turn my phone off? Chat, should we turn the phone off? What would you like to do? Does chat want the phone on or the phone off? Okay, people want us to leave it on. I could turn my phone off, but I doubt it matters in the long run. All I'd accomplish is delaying what feels like an inevitable at this point. Hopefully, Wolf Skull Girl won't bury me in photos while I'm out. My dream, really a nightmare, is of running from Wolf Skull Girl across the dark cornfields. I awake in a cold sweat a few minutes before my alarm would usually go off. When I check my phone, there's a photo waiting for me. Oh look, she's using the internet. Looks like she's in the main computer lab now. Any computer science major would recognize the Emporium. For one, she's not looking directly at the camera. Instead, her side is turned and she's focused on the computer screen. I'm morbidly curious what she could be doing. I set my phone down and start my morning ritual. When I return to grab it, an entirely new photo is on my phone screen. Fuck, that's right outside my apartment. I rush over the window and carefully peek out the curtains. There's no one on the street where this photo could have been taken. Oh, if you could, that will be really funny if that gets to be a choice. She has to be tracking me somehow. There's no doubt in my mind. I'd turn off my phone for good, but all that'd do is cut me off from any family, friends, or employees trying to contact me. I can't talk to Shiwan about this while she's away. I can't go to the police, they wouldn't believe me. Yet I have to do something or I'll go insane. It's a good thing I don't have any classes today, otherwise the furniture barrier I make against my front door would be an issue. Wolf Skull Girl won't be getting through that pile of stuff, not unless she's a ghost or comes in through the second-story window. Still, it takes me a bit of time to calm down enough to handle breakfast. My phone is deliberately laid out of reach. I dread even looking at it, looking in its general direction. I'm on edge, so on edge, in fact, that I let out a high-pitched yelp when my phone goes off. Please don't be another photo, please. Thank God, it's just a news article. Or is it? On the surface, it's like your average medical mishap report where someone's pacemaker broke and they ate dirt. The troubling thing is that the breakdown occurred due to a pacemaker's firmware being corrupted. Firmware shouldn't randomly corrupt like that. If someone was running an update that failed, then maybe, but otherwise firmware stays well firm. And as the news article points out, only certain devices are authorized to communicate with something like a pacemaker. The authorized device also has to be in close proximity to the pacemaker. You couldn't update the thing from across the room. What stands out is the only such devices capable of such found in the victim's room is their phone. With all that's happened to me since downloading Malo, I can't help but wonder. Could another mysterious app be behind this death? Is this death somehow related to the financial theft in the news yesterday? Even more, God, that's loud. There we go. Even more to the point, if everything is related, what does that mean for me? Questions. All I have is questions and paranoia. Lots of paranoia. It's getting to the point where I'm Googling the signs of schizophrenia and nervous breakdowns in hopes that all this isn't real. Because if it's real, I can't finish that sentence. I shudder at that thought. This has to be a prank gone too far, right? I'm nobody. No one. I have nothing of value, no connections to anyone important. Why target me? My mind is racing. My heart feels like it could burst out of my chest. I can't focus on anything. Adrenaline has me stuck in fight or flight mode. I nearly throw my phone out the window when it dings again. I'm gonna go get a screenshot. She getting sassy up in here. She's learning to pose. She's back in the student lounge, albeit far more prominent than before. Her red eyes have returned as well. I do like the art a lot. Maybe I should... Apparently this person did another game, but I don't know if I want to do it. Maybe I should reconsider turning off my phone. I'd miss any important texts or calls, but at this point, isn't my insanity more important? Should I turn off my phone? Chat, do you want to turn off the phone, or do you want more sassy Wolfie? But I thought at this point she's supposed to be in the house. Well, she feels like being a little daring this time. She's playing cat and mouse. Leave her alone. I'm not choosing this time. Fuck it. Turn the phone off. Fuck it. I can't deal with this right now. I shut my phone down, even going as far as removing the battery. I need a distraction bad. Guess it's time to hole up in my office for the rest of the day. It takes a few hours, but gaming gets me to relax and pretend like nothing's wrong. I play all through the afternoon and evening, not even breaking for food. I'm too nervous to eat. I feel like I would just throw it back up anyway. I end up going to bed on an empty stomach. Don't have any nightmares, thankfully. I awake feeling a little better and knowing that my phone is inoperable at the moment. And that's where we're going to leave it. So we'll find out more next time, guys.